Millions in the UK are shrinking their appetites with weight loss jabs, from fine dining to fast food. Among the brands already chasing the jab generation, Greggs, Nestle and Danone. Our exclusive poll shows people on weight loss jabs are dining out much less compared to life pre-jab. But how is that shift changing our culture of eating out?
Hospitality industry has been on its knees for some time now.
When I go out to eat now, I wouldn't have a 3-course meal like I used to because I just physically can't consume that amount of food anymore.
Do you think it's one of the biggest cultural shifts to hit restaurants in recent decades?
Yes, it's one of them.
The hospitality industry is worth over £90 billion to the UK economy, but they're starting to feel the pinch.
And of course, we're not just talking about them. The chances are you probably know somebody taking them. It's estimated 2.5 million people in the UK are using weight loss jabs, but with more people than ever before medically suppressing their appetites. How has that changed our culture of eating out? And what does it actually mean for hospitality? Entrepreneur and Michelin-starred chef Atul Kochhar runs restaurants across the southeast, including Kanishka in London. Atul's chefs have adapted his menus for people using weight loss injections. You're somebody who is kind of embracing the weight loss revolution in a way. Well, why have you decided to kind of welcome it with open arms?
So when I saw weight loss jabs came along, I always knew that there will be impact on our business. I straight away went to small plate menu. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, it's a bit too much of food, we'll not be able to eat it, we don't want to waste it, or we just want one course. So we decided to come up with kind of miniature plates, if I may say that. But that still gives them the taste, the kick, the flavor, the crunch, but eating very little food.
It's very innovative, but is there a danger that the hospitality industry loses money?
I'll be lying if I say there's no worry about it, but adapting it is something that we need to learn. A lot of people do fasting. They eat only once in 16 hours or 18 hours. Previously, there used to be a very small proportion of population who would do any this sort of things, but now more and more people are getting into it with knowledge and podcasts and TV and you name it. The knowledge is available on ChatGPT. So people are exploring and trying new things in their life, but we will find answers, and hospitality industry always finds relevance and continues to thrive. We will too.
While some weight loss jabs are prescribed by the NHS to treat obesity, the vast majority of people, over 90%, are buying them privately. For some, a lifeline, for others, a lifestyle. And that mix is blurring the boundaries between health, image and appetite. Our Channel 4 News investigation with polling company Find Out Now surveyed 2,000 people in the UK using weight loss jabs. There was a significant decline in how often they were eating out for a sit-down meal. At least weekly goes from 19% to 11% post-jab, almost halved. Rarely or never from 23% to 31%. And when going out for a sit-down meal, 81% said they now eat less than they did before they took the injections.
I remember doing things like the cabbage soup diet when I was younger. I've done blood type diets where they take your blood and then tell you which foods you should be eating. I've done Atkins, I've done Joe Wicks, I've done kind of everything that I could get my hands on.
Sarah, a scientist by background, has been using weight loss jabs for 2 years.
And during that time, I've lost around 7 stone. So being quite a significant change in body shape and size.
And what kind of things are you craving at the moment compared to pre-jab?
So before going on the medication, I would have had kind of quite carb-rich foods, so like lasagna, pizza, kind of pasta, all of that kind of stuff, which I still love, but I don't kind of crave those as much. So I'm definitely shifting that and going more for like lighter things like a salad. We've seen it with other eating behaviours around like things with low carb diets, etc. So you can now buy a burger, can't you, without bread, for instance. And I think it's about looking at just creating a menu that fits the eating behaviours of the population. And we know that there's over 2 million people accessing the medications privately. So that's a huge amount of the population.
Jeremy King, the award-winning restaurateur behind institutions like the Ivy, Brasserie Zadel and The Park. He has spent 5 decades in hospitality and says dining out is a fundamental part of our culture.
Let's face it, restaurants are the catalyst for so much to happen. There would be, oh, I'm here for date night, I'm here for celebration, I'm here with my family, I'm here with my workmates, I'm interviewing, I'm getting sacked, I'm seducing, or I'm divorcing. The great restaurants allow for all these things to happen, and I just want people to have fun.
Do you think it's one of the biggest cultural shifts to hit restaurants in recent decades?
I think it's one of them. I don't know how long it'll endure, but I think we're going to settle down very quickly. People are going to get healthier and better and care about themselves, and it's possibly going to be harder for more of the fast food chains, and I can see that.
Why do you think there is a nervousness around weight loss jabs by some in the hospitality community?
Well, I suppose they feel threatened. If you told New York restaurants that people weren't going to come in at lunchtime and have 3 martinis, they would be aghast. They think, oh my gosh, our business is going to fall apart, but everybody adapted. And nobody's drinking in that same level. If you go to LA, if you order a bottle of wine, people almost think you're a psychopath. But there's a way through it all.
Whether it's good or bad, how do you think smaller portions and the weight loss jab revolution has changed dining out?
People want to have smaller portions. Fine, good. That's an easy way of doing it. There will be adjustments with costs, times at table. Do people want to stay in a restaurant as long? And you only have to look at New York, where people are very rarely in a restaurant for more than an hour and a quarter, whereas in the UK, people want to be in a restaurant for 2.5 hours. But for me, I think it's something we will go through, find a level. We're adaptable. And particularly in Britain, we're very, very adaptable to all these things, and we'll find a way of making it work.
Forget the days of supersized portions. Around the world, restaurants are now offering what they're marketing as teeny-weeny mini-meals for the jab generation. So are these weight loss menus the future of dining out?
Now here at Otto's Fine Dining restaurant in London, they are already designing a menu especially for people taking weight loss jabs. Now usually they would lean into an indulgent menu of things like duck and lobster, but now on what they call the feel-good menu, you've heard of small plates, these are small plates. Right, where's my tiny duck? Thank you, Otto.
Well, we basically have a customer here who is billionaire status, obviously rich, and he is a regular customer here, coming about 3 times a month. He said, listen, I'm going to be coming here less because I'm on a weight loss jab, which is going to restrict my appetite, and I'm not going to want to eat. So I said, so I'm going to do a smaller menu for you, but with exquisite ingredients. So lovely ingredients, but just small sizes.
And obviously we are opulent, and it's very, big portions, very grandiose, but it just gives people an option if you are on the weight loss jab and you just want to eat less and you still want to go out and have a nice time and have a nice meal and enjoy yourself and not feel bad for not eating half of the plate.
From the high street to high end, Britain's smaller appetites are serving up something bigger as the hospitality industry adapts. The world around it has more than identity politics on its plate. It marks a new chapter in our relationship with food itself.